Good evening. Am I on? Yeah, I'm on. Good evening. This is the November 20th meeting of the Newcastle Zoning Board of Appeals. Mr. Secretary, first case.
Extension for Bizyev.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Right, yeah, this is correct.
Works for me. I'm Adam Campagna, I'm the architect. Good evening. Here's our status. We were granted one extension. We were told at that time that during the extension, the stormwater retention rules for quarter acre lots would be changing. So subsequent to that change, we hired a civil engineer. We've submitted drawings, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. They were approved, we got a round of comments, we resubmitted. We just simply don't have enough time to put up the erosion fence, get an inspection and get the permit out by our expiration date, which is November 30th. So we're requesting one more extension, at which point I imagine that this should all be done in 3 or 4 weeks. So this is just weather dependent at that point. We have some foundation work for the deck, so if the weather holds, we can start right away, and if it gets cold, we'll have to wait for the beginning of the spring. So that's our status, and we are requesting one more extension for that reason.
So you're gonna have to be doing foundation work with the coming.
Yes, on the tubes for the,
Right. Mr. Building Inspector, are they okay with their,
Everything they have said
diligence
is
working on it?
true and they're ready to go, we're just at that fine
Yeah.
margin that we wanted to err on the side of caution.
how long do you think they need?
This is weather dependent, you know,
Right, that's
in theory,
another thing too.
within a month, they could be breaking ground and working, but if we get an early snow and that stays, then that may hinder
yeah,
them.
that's what I meant.
So,
So if the weather holds above freezing, they'll do the foundations and start right away. If it's early, then they're gonna have to wait for the thaw.
well, that's what I'm driving at. I give you a 1 month, or we give you a 1 month, and you get messed up with the weather and you're back to see us again. So,
Do you wanna,
worst case scenario,
mhm.
how long would you like to, how long do you think it would be if you had some bad weather?
Worst case would be a 6-month extension, is that right? The beginning of the spring,
Yeah, that's difficult.
yeah.
But
I think
know
that's
that's-
probably prudent unless you wanna do
Yeah,
it.
I'm a believer in global warming, so I don't think we're gonna get deep frost yet, so you may make it. But
At some point, we're gonna get hit hard.
I know, it's coming.
It's gonna rain tomorrow, by the way.
Yes, we're gonna get, well, we need the rain, so that's a good thing for us. I don't know about you, but we need a lot of rain.
Well, I'm a firefighter, I've been putting out fires,
Okay.
ground fires, so I'm happy that it's raining.
So I'm gonna make a suggestion that we give you 2 months
Mhm.
to get started and a year to finish after that. If the weather really messes you up, I think the board will be very accommodating and understanding. Doesn't, you're welcome to come back with that happen, if that should happen.
Right. Well, can I
We
ask
don't
for a
charge you to
clarification?
return, so.
When you give 6 months, that's to start in 6 months, right? To complete in a year.
Normally, if we approve an application, our normal procedure is 6 months to start and a year to finish.
Right,
So that gives you 18 months to do the job.
right.
Some
So
jobs-
if we do 2 months to start, could we say 6 months to finish? And that way we're covered to the beginning of the spring if we get delayed.
Yeah, cause it's not a huge job,
No, it's a small job.
right, and so you should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll give you 2 months to start and what do you think it's gonna take to finish, a couple more months?
Well, I mean, the job itself is gonna take 6 weeks, so
Yeah,
if it's delayed by, freezing or
So again, we're
snow.
getting into the weather situation,
Right.
right,
Can't predict that.
no.
Whatever you think, we can come back and say
Yeah, we'd like to see
we're
you,
delayed.
we'd like to see you again, you don't wanna come back again, you don't want the
Like
job,
Joe.
the language, I know that, but
Nothing personal.
Come see us, we don't mind seeing you. Okay, So I'm gonna make a motion that we grant a 2-month extension to start and another 2 months to finish. You okay with that, or you want 3 months to finish? I'm willing to give you all, whatever you need if it's reasonable, you know, and
Right, well, my only concern about the 2 months to finish is at some point during that, you're right.
Yeah.
That's the ideal scenario.
yeah,
We start now and we beat the freezing temperatures.
right.
Right, if we don't make that scenario that you give us, then we come back, you're saying, and I'll just say the weather was a problem and we're gonna have to start in May.
Yeah, okay, then we could probably work that out. I'd like to see you get finished if possible, of course, like
Yeah.
everybody else.
Does that work for you? You're ready to
I
start?
mean, I would do longer time for us because our constructor, he is, you know, sometimes he's busy and we cannot start right away, so probably
Okay, so I'm glad I asked.
yes, we
So,
can.
So, why don't I request a 6-month then?
6 months to start?
But we all wanna start as soon as possible.
Alright, and I understand contractor problems too, they have other jobs going.
Yeah, that's been a part of this.
Alright, unless there's any objection from the board, I'm gonna make a motion to give you 6 months to start.
Okay.
And we'll use our usual, I know you don't need as long, but we're gonna give you a year to finish after that. And that should cover any contingency.
That covers everything, yeah, if we don't start for 6 months, we'll be done 2 months after that.
Okay, so I'll make that motion, 6 months to start, a year to finish.
I second that motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
Have your extension, good luck, hope the
Thank
weather
you very
holds.
much. Have a happy holiday.
Good night, you too.
Nisman,
How you doing?
Can you tell us your name and what it is that you seek?
John Nisman, and I am looking for, I'm looking for a variance. I have a sunroom that we're enclosing. And it's been there since the house has been there. We're not increasing footprint, anything, we're just enclosing the sunroom, putting some windows in. And I'm at a setback, so
You putting heat in? Yeah, are you gonna heat it?
I'm gonna heat it, yes.
Okay. And is it resting on a foundation or on piers or how?
It's on block,
Is the foundation, you don't have to build a foundation?
No.
And the existing footprint is gonna remain?
existing footprint stays, the roof stays, the roof is in great shape, so everything.
Have you heard anything from your neighbors, pro or con?
All my neighbors on Skywood are absolutely 100% pro. They're all, anxious to get it approved and have me do the work, so.
Is there anybody in the room that would like to comment on this application or anybody online that would like to comment on this application? No, we're good. Anybody, board member, any input? Okay. So we'll need a motion? You wanna do it, me too.
I'll have to do it.
Uh,
I make a motion that we consider the application of Jonathan and Lisa Nisman for a 4-foot variance front yard. This is for enclosing a sunroom. The sunroom has the same footprint that it has currently. It is an existing legal non-conforming residence. They're adding windows and heat, the foundation is in place and they are using the same roof. There are no residents here and opposed to it. Mr. Nisman says that his neighbors are all in favor of it. The granting of the variance will not create an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties. The benefits sought by the applicants really can't be achieved by no other feasible method as the sunroom is existing and they're just enclosing it. The requested variance is not substantial as it is 4 feet. It will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical and environmental conditions in the neighborhood. As I mentioned before, there are no neighbors who are present or written in opposition. It is not really a self-created hardship in the fact that this is already existing non-conforming. Therefore, I move we grant the variance. And with 6 months to start and 1 year to finish, and Tom, what do we need for
No
building?
survey is
When-
required.
No survey is required?
No,
Okay.
sir.
I'll second that motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Thank
You
you
have
so
your
much.
variance, good luck.
Appreciate it, thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.
Hattendorf?
Good evening. My name is Tom Milano. I'm the architect for Spencer and Haley Hattendorf, 14 Algonquin. The current house was built 1940 and had subsequent additions 1995 to 2002 and as it stands today. But the mudroom and the garage are currently undersized for today's household and vehicles and all of that. They would like to add a 2-car garage and a mudroom laundry room in place of this existing mudroom garage. The current garage now is .22 feet from the setback and is legally non-conforming. Our addition is gonna be pushed further from the property line, so we're seeking a 4-foot variance to 31 feet.
So from 30.22 to 31.
Yes, it's actually a little further back, but I think your building inspector's been fair and given me a little room just in case it's
Understood.
a little askew.
Alright, again, have you heard any pros or cons from anyone in the neighborhood?
I have not, sir.
Is anyone in the audience or online that would like to comment on this application?
What side of the house is that on?
It's on the right side of the house, where the current
You're
garage
looking at
is.
the house on the right?
Yes, where the driveway is.
And so you're saying it would come,
Excuse me, are you one of the neighbors?
yes,
If you wanna comment, please come up to the mic.
sorry, thought I spoke loud. It's on the right side of the house if you're looking at the house, and you're saying it's coming farther away from the property line versus closer.
May I show them the plan?
Sure, definitely, absolutely.
So, we're at the street, this is the main house, this is where the current mudroom and garage is now.
Yep.
So it's gonna be on the right side where the driveway is, and so the current mudroom's here and the garage is adjacent to it. That is the current setback line.
Yep.
I guess this is your property over here.
Yep.
It's actually, the current garage is further over the line, and we're pulling it back ever so slightly, about a foot,
Okay.
but it would be further toward the house itself, toward the center.
Anything changing with the pitch of the property? where
No,
it's
the
concerned
the
from a
driveway
drainage standpoint?
exists, we're gonna use the same driveway, and actually, in the corner, there's a drain right now, an inlet, that will
Okay.
remain.
I have no concerns,
You okay?
thank you.
Good, thank you. Board, any comments?
No, sir. I don't have any comments.
Okay. Okay. Okay, in that case, I'll move that we close the public hearing, which I forgot to do last time, did you add that?
That's what I was waiting for, okay. I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
I'm gonna make a motion that the application of Spencer and Haley Hattendorf for a 4-foot side yard variance to construct the new garage be approved for the following reasons. This is a legally existing non-conforming structure. The neighborhood has been improved in many ways, many of the houses. This particular house, when it is approved, will be more in keeping with the improved houses that have been approved around it. The granting of the variance will not create an undesirable change to the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, it will improve the character of the neighborhood. There is no other method feasible to achieve this and other than granting of the variance. This is not, in this particular case, not a substantial variance. There'll be no adverse effect on the environmental conditions in the neighborhood. Well, this could be considered a self-created hardship and that the property owner knew or should have known that this addition would not meet the code. The benefit to the applicant by granting the variance will far outweigh the perceived detriment to the neighborhood or to the town itself. And we'll need foundation surveys prior to framing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we need a foundation survey prior to framing. You'll have 6 months to start, 1 year to finish, and we'll need a final survey upon completion.
I second that motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
You have your variance.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
sir. Thank you, board.
Lost my who's next? She. Is it- I'm sorry. Dozer. Thank you. Anyone from Dozer here?
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm Sam Dozer, my architect Michael is,
See Michael there. I was gonna ask him if he's into this or just listening. Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
Go for it, Michael. Michael, I think the floor is yours and you're
We're
muted.
ready, Mike, whenever you're
He's
ready.
muted.
He's muted. You're muted.
Um,
There we go.
Sandy?
How's that?
Now you There we go.
Okay, so Mr. Dozer has an existing attic space which is not finished. The project is to finish off the existing attic space. So we're not adding any, there's no work to the outside, there's no work to the rafters. The only work to the exterior will be changing out some windows to make them egress windows. So we're here seeking a variance to finish off an existing attic.
Can you give us an idea of what these finished rooms will be used for? Will there be plumbing up there?
Yes, we're proposing a bathroom up there.
Okay.
It's primarily a bonus room for my kids. We don't really have a usable basement, very low ceilings.
I see.
So there's no place for them to go
Okay.
other than our dining room.
So what we get concerned about when we consider third floor usable space approvals is fire protection. You know, you're getting egress, you're putting in egress windows, so my
Yes, so the existing house already has fire sprinklers,
okay,
so we would be expanding the fire sprinklers up into the attic space.
and that's a big plus, thank you, I was looking for that, that's very good.
That's the plan.
And have you heard anything from your neighbors, pro or con on this one?
All pro, I chatted with the 3 immediately adjacent neighbors and they're all
Anybody in the room or online that would like to comment on this application? And the answer is no. Board, any questions,
No, sir.
any comments?
No comments.
Kathleen? Ron? Okay, that was easy, I'll move we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
Sure.
Okay, this is a application by Samuel and Jennifer Dozer in connection with the creation of habitable space on the third story of their dwelling, 33 Valley Lane. there basically are two setbacks, variances that are requested. One is requested variance of 8 feet. The setback is, required setback is 60 feet for the front yard. The proposed setback is 52 feet, so this would be the variance would be 8 feet with respect to the front yard setback. It also requires a side yard setback of 35 feet, and what's being proposed is 33 feet. And so the requested variance of the side yard setback is 2 feet. The granting of the variance would not create an undesirable change to the character of the neighborhood. There's nothing in the record to suggest that, and actually it seems like it will make a nice addition. The benefit really that's being sought here really can't be achieved by any other method. If you want to have that space being habitable, you're gonna have to do this, and again, the amount of the variances being sought are pretty close to de minimis. Will there be an adverse effect on the physical environment or conditions in the neighborhood? No, and it sounds like the children will also have more of a place to hang out in the house. Is this a self-created hardship? I mean, I guess you could say that in that you're choosing to make the space habitable where it currently isn't, but there really is no other way to achieve that, and the benefit to the homeowner outweighs any of the other factors. Mr. Building Inspector, what would we need? Well, we don't need a foundation survey. What would we need in 6 months?
6 months to start, 12 months to finish,
That's it.
that's all that's required.
Okay, so 6 months to start, 12 months to finish.
I think that we should include in there that the existing sprinkler system will be extended to
Absolutely.
the third floor.
Absolutely. The applicant has indicated that the house has an existing sprinkler system, and that the sprinkler system will be extended to the third floor, and that does give cover with respect to any issues with respect to fire rescue.
Okay, I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
You have your variance?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mike.
Cardsman?
Yes, hi. Our architect is away, so my husband and I are here representing our proposed addition, yes, hi. So we currently have a 4-bedroom house. All 4 bedrooms are on the second floor of the house. We are trying to put in a first floor bedroom. Ben's father had a very bad accident and is planning to come and stay with us and needs a first floor bedroom. And the only way that we can figure out how to achieve that is by turning the existing garage into a first floor bedroom and then adding a garage. The added garage would be a 3-car garage. We're assuming he's going to need a caretaker. And the idea is not to have a bunch of cars parked in the driveway, and have actual parking for all 3 cars that are gonna be there regularly. So what we're proposing really is a 3-car garage, and a vestibule basically that connects the new garage with to the existing house. And above the garage, we were hoping to use this space to put in a gym for us.
Okay. That's my question about the gym, proposed gym over the garage. Will there be plumbing and heating up there?
Yes.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is some people like to turn those into accessory apartments
No.
eventually. And not that they're not allowed in town, they are.
Okay.
It is allowed, but you have to meet other requirements, you have to meet septic requirements,
I
et
see.
cetera, et cetera. So to be used as your proposed use, it's not a problem. I just wanted to get in a record that we did talk about the ramifications of not using it as proposed.
Yes.
Okay, Have you heard from any of your neighbors pro or con on this application?
Everybody we spoke to, other than one neighbor who Ben spoke to, her son, and she's on Kerry Lane, and she had some concerns about the timing of when the construction would happen and you know what when we start in the morning and when we end at night. She's an older woman who you know, just expressed some concern about noise and things like that. And then also she was we have some evergreen trees in between our house and her house, and right now they completely block the view. However, she was concerned, I think, that if for some, they're her trees, so I'm not entirely sure what her concern was.
She just said if they
Like, what if one day the trees aren't
if they
there?
fell, what would we do? And I
Right.
said
We would replace
have
the
to-
trees.
yeah.
Well, if they're her trees, I think that she would have to but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm staying out of this.
It's lovely and it's,
She's
you
very-
know,
she's
it's
very-
very nice.
Neighborhood problem.
Yes,
But,
but that was the
okay,
information
well-
relayed. All the other conversations I've had with neighbors, it was
Yeah, okay. And as to start and stop times, that's in the village, in the town code.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the days you can work, the times that you can start, and the times you must stop are all in the code, and we would expect that to be followed. If there are any deviations from that, you will hear from the building department. Okay, board, any questions?
Just for clarity, you're going
Yes.
from a 1-car to a 3-car garage,
no,
correct?
sorry, 2-car to a 3-car.
Oh, you have 2-car garage,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Anybody in the room or online that would like to address this application? No, okay. I'll move we close the public hearing.
Second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
I'm happy to take it. I made notes, I don't know where they are, here they are. In reference to the variance request from Benjamin and Melissa Kartzman at 34 Lawrence Run Crossway, where they are building a 3-car garage. They're going from a 2-car garage to a 3-car garage for the purposes of adding a first floor bedroom for a relative who is ill. They are turning the existing garage into a bedroom. They were also wanting to add a garage for the car of a caretaker, which they anticipate that they will need for the relative. The space will include plumbing and heating. They've confirmed that this will not be used as an accessory apartment unless they go through the proper procedures. One neighbor is concerned about the construction noise, but our chairman has pointed out the fact that the town has all of its requirements in place where the timing of construction is regulated, and they will maintain and respect that. The granting of the variance will not create an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to the close properties. The benefits sought by the applicants could not really be achieved by another method since they already have the existing space, the footprints in place, and this would probably be the most expedient way to create this bedroom. The requested variance is somewhat sizable at 13 feet. But again, I think that the reasons for requesting the variance are understandable, and I think it's commendable that they would want to not have the car showing on their driveway, which is a better look. So in line with that, it would not have an adverse effect on the impact or the physical environmental conditions in the neighborhood. As mentioned, there was one neighbor who was concerned about the timing of the construction as well as a few evergreen trees, but that seems to not be a critical issue. And it is in fact a self-created hardship, but the benefit will outweigh the granting of this variance. So therefore I suggest we approve the 13-foot side yard variance. And Tom, what do they need?
We will need a foundation survey, a final survey, and a letter of no objection from Westchester County Department of Health.
Okay, you got that, Jackie?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, I'll second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye. Thank you guys.
Happy variance.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
very much.
Good luck.
White.
Good evening.
White, yeah.
I'm Chris Schmidt with the Meany Group and we're representing the Whites tonight. You guys are ready? I just want to make sure. Sorry.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we are seeking a variance from the limit of development coverage for the property to install a in-ground pool and associated patio. We're seeking a variance of 1,891 square feet. The existing lot is currently at its maximum development coverage. A good portion of that is the driveway. The driveway is over 11,000 square feet. So it's taking up an abnormally large amount of the development coverage. The lot itself is 3.6 acres. The location for the pool is not going to be visible from any other properties, as it's tucked away in the back cul-de-sac there. And, judging by the character of the neighborhood, won't have any adverse impact on the neighborhood or the added character. And, really our essential, when the clients that own the house for about a year now, when they bought it, it was unfortunately already at the maximum development coverage, so any improvement, would need a variance.
Is there any way to reduce the coverage in other areas of the property to help compensate for this pool you wanna put in? Have you thought anything about that, and is there any feasible, reasonable way to give us a little hand here and help us out and get some of this coverage down?
Sure, I did look at a couple different options. The site itself is not, in an opinion, but not really overly developed. They have a decent sized raised deck in the front, small deck in the back, and entry. The only possible way would be potentially changing the shape of the driveway a bit to reduce it. It's really where the bulk of the coverage is. So other than that, I could speak to them about reducing the deck. I'm not sure how interested they would be, or potentially the deck in the back, just to minimize some of that, make that a different type of patio. It was put there initially, I think, just as a spot to have a grill when they first moved in. So there's potential to change that. But other than that, I think the main option would be to just maybe reduce some of the driveway.
Well, I don't think I would like to see it reduced to the driveway. I was thinking around the pool itself, the pool deck, is there any way you can cut some of that back and still make it reasonable? I'm not trying to make you do something that's unreasonable or unusable, but if there's any excess there that you want just because you like a little more, if you could do something with
They're
that.
trying to keep it as minimal as possible. The pool deck itself, like the usable patio space, is about 563 square feet. So we could reduce it some, I'd say maybe about 100 square feet, by just pulling back some of the area coming down to the side. The pool itself is in kind of an odd, location with it being half the grade on three sides. So there's not an awful lot of patio space to begin with. But they did express having some room just to put some lounge chairs and maybe some soft seating. But 563, if we brought it down, maybe in the 450 to 465 range, I think they would be agreeable to that.
Because what you're telling me though is you're really not taking much away and it's not gonna help us any, and I, if we could get a dramatic reduction, I'd say, wow, let's do it, but I've looked at this and I think that you're right about the driveway being the culprit here. I don't know, and I'm not in favor of you reducing the driveway areas either, because that's gonna create an access problem and maybe make it a little dangerous in inclement weather. So I'm asking about the reductions to get it in the record. And in my opinion, the record is gonna reflect that there is no reasonable way to do it. I mean, I wouldn't like you to just arbitrarily cut 100 square feet off for no reason. It doesn't seem practical to me. But I'd like
I appreciate that, yeah, we're not a large impact on the overall variance. We did look at options and, you know, from the beginning with the design and tried to keep it in mind, but.
No, I'm on your side, I'm trying to help you.
Appreciate it.
I realize you did the best you could under the conditions you have. Now, it's a large piece of property, but your that driveway is the killer, it's just
It is, yes. It's very similar to next door, it looks like they have the same, they have considerably more coverage, but
We've
you know,
seen it.
similar to the two lots when they were developed. Just where they cited the houses required the larger driveways.
We've seen this before in other parts of town, and it's just a hardship for the homeowner.
Right.
And in my opinion, our board is not here to increase hardship, it's here to help you, so I wanted to get all that into the record, and if anybody on the board has any comments, pro or con, let's have them now.
No comment.
No comment, okay. Well, I can tell you right now, there's nobody in the audience to speak to this application because there's nobody in the audience. But if there's anybody
That's great.
online, if there's anybody online that would like to speak to it, let's have it. Now's your chance. No, okay, that's great. I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
Okay. I'm gonna make a motion that the application of Peter and Kimberly White for a development coverage variance of 2,360 square feet. Sounds big, but be approved for the following reasons. While that sounds like a really big coverage variance, the conditions on this piece of property are such that the driveway is creating a huge problem to keep the coverage down. It's a long driveway from the end of the cul-de-sac. And there's no way that the homeowner could make any changes about that. It is a large lot, it's over 3 acres, so there's plenty of ground there. It's just that the situation of the layout has created this problem with the coverage, which we're going to deal with right now. I'm going to say that the granting of the variance, even though it's a large coverage variance, will not create an undesirable change to the character of the neighborhood. There are other driveways in that area that are very long as well. There is no other method to achieve the benefits sought by the homeowner than to grant this variance. The design of the pool and the design of the patios around it have been carefully taken into consideration and made as reasonable as possible without negatively affecting the use of the pool and the surrounding area. There will be no adverse effect on the physical environment or conditions in the neighborhood. This is a self-created hardship in that the homeowner knew or should have known that they were already over coverage and needed to apply for this variance. But the benefit to the homeowner by granting the variance will far exceed any perceived detriment to the surrounding homes or to the town itself. We'll need, this is gonna be a gunite pool.
Yes, it is.
Okay, what I usually like to do with a gunite pool is when the rebar is in and ready to go, before you shoot the gunite, I'm gonna require that you get a survey. Because we've had gunite pools that were not surveyed and they shot the gunite and then they find out that they're an inch off or 6 feet off, and one of them was even more than that off. And I don't wanna be the guy that makes you take it down. So we're gonna request that you have a survey before you shoot the gunite. And then a final survey upon completion to verify the location of the pool, the patios, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and now you're gonna have a weather problem now, when do you plan to start this job?
I don't think we're gonna be able to start till spring, given we have to get a few other approvals first, plus building, and then some slopes there to deal with, so probably spring is when we'll start.
If we give you 6 months to start, that'll put you near May.
That's perfect.
April, May. So we're gonna give you 6 months to start and a year to finish.
Excellent, thank you.
And all the surveys that I just mentioned will have to be included in that.
Sure.
I second that motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
You have your variance, good luck.
All right, excellent, thanks so much, appreciate your time tonight, hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, we have approval of the October 30th meeting minutes. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Kathleen Darazan.
Aye.
Before we close, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you next time when we close the meeting. We're off.
We don't vote like you asked last time, that didn't help us.